The Aramaic and Palestinian Targum, we're reading Exodus chapter 30. And thou shalt make an altar on which to burn incense of perfumes. Of cedar wood shalt thou make it, a cubit its length, and a cubit its breadth. 4 square shall it be, and 2 cubits in height, and its upright horns shall be of it, and thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, its top and its walls round about, and its horns, and make for it a border of gold round about. And 2 golden rings make thou for its beneath, its border and the 2 corners, and thou shalt make upon it 2 sides, to be the place for the staves by which it may be carried. And thou shalt make the staves of cedar wood, and cover them with gold, and thou shalt place it before the veil, which is over the ark of the testimony, before the mercy seat that is upon the testimony. And I will appoint my word to be with thee, and Aaron shall burn sweet incense upon it from morning to morning. When he ordered the lamps, he shall burn it. And when Aaron kindleth the lamps between the evenings, he shall burn sweet incense perpetually before the Lord in your generations. Thou shalt not offer thereon the sweet incense of strange peoples, nor offer upon it burnt offerings, or minches, nor pour liberations. And Aaron shall expatiate upon its horns once in the year with the blood of the sin offering for an expiation. Once in the year shall he make atonement upon it on the day of atonement in your generations. It shall be most holy before the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moche, saying, When thou takest the sum of the sons of Israel according to their number, they shall give every man the ransom of their souls before the Lord, when thou numberest them, that there may not be among them the calamity of death when thou dost number them. And the Jerusalem text says, When thou takest the head of the number of the sums of the sons of Israel. This valuation was shown to Moche in the mountain as with a denarius of fire, and thus spoke he to him, So shall every one who passeth to the numberment give a half shekel of the coin of the sanctuary. A half shekel is 20 mannon. The half shekel is to be the separation before the Lord. Every one who passeth to the numbering, from a son of 20 years and upwards, shall give the separation before the Lord. He who is rich shall not add to, and he who is poor shall not diminish from. The half shekel in giving the separation before the Lord, to atone for your souls. And thou shalt take the silver of the ransom of the sons of Israel, and apply it to the work of the tabernacle of ordinance, that it may be for the sons of Israel, for a good memorial before the Lord, as a ransom for your souls. And the Lord spake to Moche, saying, And thou shalt make a laver of brass, and its foundation of brass, for purification, and shall set it between the tabernacle of ordinance and the altar, and put water therein. And thou shalt take it for a cleansing ablution. And Aaron and his sons shall sanctify their hands and their feet with its water, at the time of their entering into the tabernacle of ordinance. They shall sanctify with water, that they die not by the fiery flame. And it shall be to them an everlasting statute, to him and to his sons in their generations. And the Lord spake to Moche, saying, And thou shalt take to thee the first Aromacs, choice myrrh, in weight 500 minas, and sweet cinnamon of half the weight, 250 minas, and sweet calamus in weight 250 minas, and cassia in weight 500 minas of shekels, in the shekel of the sanctuary, and olive oil, a vase full, in weight 20 logas, a loga for each tribe, in weight 12 logas, a loga for each tribe of the 12 tribes. And the Jerusalem text adds in there, and thou take to thee the chiefly goodly spices, choice myrrh in weight 500 minches of shekels. And thou shalt make of it a holy anointing oil, perfumed with perfume, the work of the perfumer, of compounded perfumes. A holy anointing oil shall it be, and with it anoint thou the tabernacle of ordinance, and the ark of the testimony, and the table, and all its vessels, and the candelabrum, and its vessels, and the altar of sweet incense, and the altar of burnt offering, and its vessels, and the laver, and its foundation, and consecrate them, and they shall be most holy. Every one of the priests who approacheth to them shall be sanctified, but of the rest of the tribes, whoever touches them shall be consumed by the fiery flame from before the Lord. But Aaron and his sons anoint thou, and consecrate them to minister before me. And speak thou to the sons of Israel, saying, This shall be a holy anointing oil before me unto your generations. Upon the flesh of man it may not be poured, and the like of it you shall not make to resemble it. Unto you it shall be most sacred. The man who compoundeth the like of it, or putteth it upon the unconsecrated, who are not the sons of Aaron, shall be destroyed from his people. And the Lord said to Moche, Take to thee spices, balsam, onycha, and galbanum, choice spices, and pure frankincense, weight for weight shall it be. And confect therewith a fragrant incense, the work of the compounder, a pure and sacred mixture. And beat and make it small, and of it some shall thou put before the testimony in the tabernacle of ordinance, where I will appoint my word to be with thee. Most sacred shall it be to you. And of the sweet incense thou shalt make, the like shall not be made among you. It shall be sacred to you before the Lord. And the man who maketh the like of it to smell thereto shall be destroyed from his people. This is the end of the reading, but I want to bring out a couple of points here. First off, probably half the chapter is talking about the Day of Atonement, where the Most High will atone for the sins of the congregation of Israel. And they are to bring this offering into the holy place for their generations on the Day of Atonement. So have another read through or listen through that and just think about it, of the Day of Atonement and how he separated the men and numbered them from the age of 20 onwards, which was really the number or the time of full maturity of adulthood, is 20 years of age. And they are to give half a shekel, no matter if you're rich or poor, every man the same. give half a shekel of the sanctuary to be a separation before the Lord. It's interesting how the Lord has things that are holy and are separate. And you see, when we come to him and we have our lives cleaned up, we become holy and separate from the world. We're his masterwork as well. I also want to point out that it says through this chapter that my word is with you. My word will be there. A separation before the Lord, and it says quite a few places, my word, I will appoint my word to be with thee. And we know that Yahushua became flesh. He was the word that dwelt among us, yet he created the world knew him not. Well, he was always here, and that they spoke with him. So it's interesting, just some interesting points to bring out. I just realised that I hadn't recorded this chapter, so it's a bit out of order. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Glory to the Most High.